All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
Yeah!
Finally.
We win.
Got the
Nah.
dub.
Nah, boo boo. We done beat you. Yes, the Indianapolis Colts defeated the Kansas City Chiefs at home after everybody said, nope, we're going to get blown out by 50. And I said all week, they ain't even going to score 20 on us. Yeah, have some faith, ladies and gentlemen. Have some faith. That's how it's done.
I had faith. I had the point spread. I had the faith. I just didn't have the points.
All right. So the Colts defeated the Colts defeated the Kansas City Chiefs by a score of 20-17. Now, as you know, or may not know, we were unable to do the live game reaction here on this channel because we were over there on Bring the Juice doing it there. And boy, did we have a good time. I'll tell you what, even at halftime, throughout the entire game, I was like, this is close. We are in the spot I want us to be in. The only issue was I was afraid the offensive line was going to keep us from winning the game. But that fourth quarter, oh my goodness, that fourth quarter was stellar. And I said they were going to be stellar in the second half, and I was right. And that, man, on that final drive, and they zoomed in on that huddle, right? Mm-hmm. On the final drive for the Colts, and Matt Ryan's eyes looked like lasers, like he done like the knowledge of the Kansas City Chiefs defense just opened up, and he's like, we're going to win this. I've seen that look before. I've seen that look with Peyton Manning, right? When he's like, I figured this out. We're going to walk down this and we're going to beat this team. And you saw it with Matt Ryan. All he had to, even with the problems with the offensive line even stepped up, in that final drive, which is amazing. And they just walked down the field and said, we're going to beat you. Yes, man, I am excited. Guys, 35 of you in here in 3 minutes. Thank you. Smash that like button, guys. Smash it. All right, so shout outs to people who absolutely did their job fantastic today, okay? All right. The whole stinking defense. I'm going to put from starter to backup played stellar. I have never in my entire life said this. Ben Banigou had a good day when he was on the field.
I was going to say, even Banigou, number 52, is out there. I was like, at first I seen him, I was like, why? It's all going so good. And then he come out and just exploded into that backfield. Didn't get the tackle, but I'll tell you what, he blew that play up and made it much easier for the rest of his team. Come in and clean that up.
Yep, the whole defense played freaking stellar. Guys going down and guys stepping in. Thomas at safety. Obviously, my man, Rodney McLeod, comes up with the clutch interception at the end of the game. All right. Dude, Pay was out there playing his butt off, did great. Yannick played great. Grover, DeForest. A couple times I was like, what are you doing, Zaire? And then he would come up and make a absolute stunning play in the run game to just make you go, all right, that's why you're there. All right. Look, that whole defense was absolutely stellar today. Special teams. Whole damn special teams played stellar today, okay? You got a muffed punt. You pinned them at the 1 yard line. You made your field goals. You did kickoffs well. Congratulations, Indianapolis Colts special teams. You had a game today. And because you had two, as I've said, as Gerard Powers have said, you get 2 out of 3 playing that kind of good, it gives the other side a chance to make plays and win a game. And that's exactly what happened, because on offense, guys who stepped up, and I will say it right here, reserve currency. You were absolutely, positively, 100% correct. The entire stinking tight end room stepped up today. Yes, Jelani only had 2 catches, but they were catches that counted. Why? Because when we drafted him, it was the idea of using him in the red zone. And what did he do? 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's special teams. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I don't want to forget, because this was a huge play in the game. Was that 4th down whenever Andy Reid called the fake field goal and tried that out to the left to continue keeping that offense? I mean, it was like Andy Reid even knew, man, Patrick Mahomes is just not getting enough chances here, you know, and trying to get more razzle-dazzle and stuff. And the fact that discipline, just absolute stone-cold discipline from that special teams. I mean, honestly, guys, if that play tried to happen last week or the week before, the way things were going those last 2 weeks, that would have been, heck, that would have probably been a touchdown, you know? And then not only was it not a touchdown, it wasn't even a first down. Outstanding job to the special teams today on all aspects.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Michael Pittman Jr. come back from his injury and played stellar, right? Hey, real quick shout out, Kylan Granson. Dude, thank you. Thank you for keeping your word, all right? Because you have been trashed all off season because of drops, and I didn't see any of that, all right? You were out there making contested catches on critical 3rd downs and making great plays in the run game, blocking. And let's not forget that muffed punt fumble was recovered by who? You, my guy. My guy. All right.
Downed it at the 1, got that turnover. Yeah, he was hustling all game long.
Yep. Yes, I understand. Alec Pierce, the rookie out there, I feel like he should have had 1 catch where he dropped, you know, but the defender, it was a contested catch, but he needs to play a little stronger with his hands. But still, he went out there and he played great. He had a great that pass down the right sideline was a gorgeous play. Dude, Matt Ryan played fantastic under the duress he was playing under today. I mean, absolutely fantastic, because it was a jailbreak for darn near, 4/5 of the game tonight?
Yeah. And I got to pull this comment up because I know right here, this one, after schedule was released, I told everybody that the Colts were going to start 0-2 and then beat Kansas City. And first off, we didn't go 0-2. We were 0-1-1. Let's not forget that tie. And secondly, I was one of them going, what are you talking about? So my bad. Because I'll tell you what, it didn't shock me the win, but it did shock me the first 2 games before that.
Well, first off, I thought we were going to go 3-0. All right, start out 3-0. Mm-hmm. And I said, I've been hammering down, we'll beat the Chiefs. Our defense is built to beat the Chiefs. Everyone was laughing at me. So many people were laughing at me, saying, we can't beat the Chiefs. Our defense ain't built to beat the Chiefs. And then after the last 2 weeks, they were still saying that. And even more so because they were saying, oh, you're going to drop 50 on us. Dude, I've been saying, this defense is it. And they are built to beat the Chiefs. They're built to beat the Chiefs. They're built to beat the Bills. They're built to beat anyone that is a high-flying, flamboyant passing offense with a scrambling quarterback. That's what this defense is built to beat. All right, and they proved it. They proved me right tonight. All right,
without Shaq. I mean that right there is a huge caveat. And now I will tell you, not without Shaq, because he was there. I mean, I don't know if you guys got to see him, but on the sideline, he was pumped and keeping that energy going and stuff. And we didn't get to hear the game because when we do the live reactions, we have to mute our sound. But man, I cannot wait to go back and hear the game, and just how I honestly feel like Colts Nation had to have stepped up massively huge today, because guys, I don't know about you, like when we first started that live stream for BTJ, you could hear it. You could sense the nervous anxiety, you know, in the comment section, and it just kept going. And then all of a sudden, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, look what we got," you know what I mean? And things started working out. That as soon as that muff punt happened, it was like booms. You know, everybody was just totally hyped, totally on board. I can't imagine. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. But I love imagining what it would have been like in Lucas Oil when Colin Granson got that fumble recovery. Because after that, guys, yes, there was a fall off in the latter half of the second quarter, but still as a whole, the defense played consistently solid all day. I mean, the one heartbreaking play that we gave up was that Travis Kelce catch over to the right sideline where he got him in scoring position. But that didn't even devastate us. I mean, it took him, 4 or 5 plays after that to still punch it in for 3 yards. That is outstanding. Grover and that defensive line did not give an inch. I didn't care if it was McKinnon, you know, Edwards-Helaire, or Pacheco, or however you say that. It did not matter who they brought in, or what. I think it was like less than 60 yards for the entire game in rushing. This defensive line and way they are still holding their discipline. And then today, Patrick Mahomes was not getting out and doing all that magic and all that, where he throws some ridiculous pass where you think you got him. The defense stayed disciplined in their pass rush. Coach said it in the presser. We may not have gotten a lot of sacks, but the thing was the way we held them in the well, the way we kept just squeezing them. It made it very hard for him. And the few times that he did get out, he was still not finding the receivers because he was constantly under duress, whether it was Kwity Paye, who, good job, young Kwity. I'll tell you what, man, I am really liking the evolution that we're starting to see from him. But the defense was definitely you know what? I don't know. Who do you give the game ball? Would you give it to special teams or would you give it to defense? You know, because I just feel like the special teams, as far as level of exceptionalness, I think the special teams. But man, I'll tell you right now, when you sit there and you can keep a Kansas City offense down to 17 points, that is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
You give it to Zaire Franklin because he made plays on both sides, on special teams and on defense. So give it to Zaire Franklin to represent both.
You go.
That's how I see it. Guys, all right, so I want to shout out Ken Eschenball right here, who just became a $10 patron, all right, over on Patreon. Thank you so much. You see the subscribers? Holy crap. All right, so if you want to join my Patreon, it is technically only $5 a month, but you like Ken here, he donated a little bit more than that, which I appreciate. Thank you so much. Link is in the description. And if you want to donate because of the work that we do, if you got a little extra money and want to donate to help keep us going, feel free to use the link in the description to do that as well. Thank you guys so much. Now, I am not ignoring you, Jason David. I am not ignoring you right here. No, the O-line needs to block better.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That was the down part of this whole stinking game, was the offensive line looked awful. From Ryan Kelly all the way over. From the center all the way to the right tackle, it was not a good day by that offensive line. Now, Pryor looked pretty good, which was shocking. Quentin Nelson played almost, I haven't looked at the film.
Yeah.
But flawless might be a word that's coming to mind.
Sorry, Quentin, but we don't get excited whenever you perform because that's what we've come to get used to. But like you said, that Matt Pryor performance, I mean, and it wasn't flawless. I mean, he had that boneheaded penalty call that, honestly, that just put a sinking feeling in my gut because I was like, oh, no, I've seen this story. You know, but the thing is as a whole, even with Penner's poor performance and stuff, there was still times where you could see that these guys had figured it out for a little bit. Yes, Danny Penner, I mean, love Danny as a backup center. Would even see him possibly being a starting center if Ryan Kelly was to ever decide to retire or whatever. But he's not got enough I mean, if he doesn't get below his guy, it's game over. He gets stood up and just ran over like he's like he's in the way of a buffet line. I mean, he just and I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him because, like I said, this young man, you can sit there and see that he's doing everything, but there's just technique problems. I honestly believe that we have other pieces that we can put in there that will help us get better. And I think if we do that, I think that we'll see that Ryan Kelly and Braden Smith's play will be elevated because they're not going to be as focused on trying to, help out there at that guard spot.
Thank you, Fuzzy Whistler, for the $5 donation. Using that link at the top of the description of the video, says, just happy for the win. Thanks, fellas. Hey, you know what? We're happy for the win, too. You saw how we entered here. All right. I was laughing. I was so happy. It was great. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. There's an issue. I get it. But look, hey, yes, please like the stream. Appreciate that. But hey, I'm not going to be here a whole hour. This is just going to be just our real quick reaction to the game. So thank you guys so much.
We did the live stream and then we did another thing on, so the pipes are getting, we're on our 4th or 5th show. So
right. We've been streaming since noon. So
we just wanted to share it with you guys. We wanted to say, sorry, we weren't able to be here this week. And we just really wanted to sit there and give you guys a chance to celebrate with us. And we got over 6 people in here. We appreciate it, guys, very much. Let's keep this thing going and let's get them likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up in the 75 to 100 range. What do you guys think today?
Yeah, I'd be appreciative. Look, Talon says we still got a lot to clean up. Yeah, definitely on offense. We still have quite a bit, especially across that offensive line. Jonathan Taylor was not getting big holes at all again, right? But it is what it is. Wow. I don't think our offense didn't get lucky today. I don't think it got lucky today. Actually, I think it played below its capability, like way below its capability. All right, our defense is firing on all cylinders right now. Our special teams is firing on all cylinders. Our offense is not. We get this offensive line somewhat figured out, and we're going to have a really potent offense. I really, truly believe that. You don't walk in and beat Kansas City and think, ooh, that, we got lucky. There was a question up here about what you think about the refereeing. I'm going to get up here, figure out where that was at. I don't see it. Okay. But hey, you know what? There was some bad calls in refereeing. I get that. That shouldn't have been a 2-point conversion. That should not have been a 2-point. But let's be fair. That should have been pass interference on Kenny Moore in the back of the end zone. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That there was missed calls on both sides. There was holding against one of our defensive players on a big play, but we didn't get called on holding a couple times too. So it was back and forth. I thought the referees for once were kind of even in what they called and what they missed, and that's all I say. That's why I don't put the blame on refs generally, because I've seen where, I look at it through when I'm watching a game. I try not to look at the referees' calls as a fan of one team, right? And I see missed calls or miscalled calls on both sides. So, and frankly, if you have to win or lose over referee calling, then you didn't deserve to win in the first place. All right. Yeah. You go out there, you play your butts off, and you beat a team, period.
Especially in a game like this, like you said, because there was missed calls on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? And I agree, but I will tell you that I'm more of the I want the Colts to get all the calls. Okay, so that's where Lawrence. That's why we got to be together, because everything's a bad call. No, I'm kidding. But the thing was even whenever the Colts had adversity today, you know, I mean, last week and the week before, we seen whenever there was adversity, nobody responded, nobody answered back. I want to tip my cap to Mo Alley Cox and Matt Pryor, because last week's effort was just atrocious. I was like half the game sitting here just simmering and stewing and not voicing my feelings about how, because, well, I didn't want YouTube to shut us off because it would have just been profanity laden. But the thing was the effort today that we got from Mo Alley Cox, the effort today that we got from Matt Pryor, and the rest of that, the receiving core, because Alec Pierce, I mean, the young guys stood up and just balled out today. You know, you look at Mo Alley Cox, you look at what you looking for, Bob?
My sailor's cap, because, you know, I'm expecting your profanity still.
Oh, okay. Well, but I mean, the young talent, Alec Pierce, Kylan Granson, Quiddy Pay, Dio Dangbo, Adefi Odenigbo, and I'm sorry, I'm sure I messed that up first and last name, but I'm trying. But I mean, all of these guys really, when they had their opportunity to make plays, stepped up and made plays. And the thing was, like you said, you got that look. Go ahead.
You're good.
Okay.
Decipher the Cipher, $5 on the YouTube super chat. Appreciate you. The game was this game can boost the Colts' confidence for the rest of the season. We now know that they can do it. Just gotta be consistent. Amen.
Yeah, and I don't even know that the Colts need. Honestly, I think this game will boost the confidence in the fan base. And guys, if they'd have come out and laid another Jacksonville game here today, I mean, I don't have to think about it, thank goodness. But the thing is this team really helped, you know, like I said, the fan base. And I'm not saying everybody was real negative, but there was definitely a lot of, you guys know, all the things have been said over the last couple of weeks. But now we're starting to see this is Colts prime. A game where we're massive underdogs. A game week 3, week 4, week 5. You said it, you know, stuff. And guys, 1-1-1 is the best start that the Frank Reich era has presented. So now, as terrible as everything was, and as flawed as today was, we have, not only do we have everything in front of us, but right now we are no longer on the bottom side of things. Now, just one victory. Thank goodness for being part of the AFC South. And what at worst, I think if the Jags win, we'll be a half game out of first place, right?
Same as what it was before today. So
yeah.
Brian, dude, I know that you've been negative all week. I know that, and it's okay, because a lot of Colts fans were negative because let's face it, it was hard not to be negative with just the performance that we saw, especially against Jacksonville. Houston is one thing. It was a tie. But when you get blown out 24-0 against Jacksonville, that makes you feel a little upset. But Jacksonville right now is putting it on the Chargers. So are the Jacksonville Jaguars a little better than we thought? You know, I think maybe they were. All right. But hey, guys, love each and every one of you. All right. Please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time we go live or upload a video, because I'm telling you, this Tuesday morning, I'm uploading the very first Believe in Colts with not only myself, not only Gerard Powers, but the man, the myth, the legend. All right, Rodney McLeod, the guy who got the game-sealing interception today, is my new co-host, and we are going to be talking about that pick and the rest of the game and what the locker room was like after the game and before. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on and share this to your favorite social media. We appreciate it a whole lot. Let me drop one ad, okay? And there's lots of them you can go check out in the description of the video, right? Like my news break, like the Backroom Collection. But first off, go check out my merch shop. Come check out the Colts Law merch shop. New items added every week. All sorts of items, from clothing to cups to cozies to backpacks, hats, just miscellaneous items that you can get around the house, even phone covers. Just check it out. Let me know. Send me a message. Hey, is there something that I'm missing? Go, feel free to ask. Have a good one. Shreyless, my guy. I'll let you know, Shreyless is a friend of mine from when I was knee-high to a grasshopper. All right. We've been friends for a very long time. Appreciate the donations, my guy. Says, need to watch the games as a football fan, not solely as a Colts fan. You'll see games completely different and not get so stressed. And you are dead on right. You know what? Ever since I have been doing this and watching film and covering a whole bunch of different teams, you know, and stuff like that, I don't get as high or as low as just, you know, regular team fans. That's why, you know, Loyalist is like, I'm glad I got you, my guy, as, you know, but it is what it is. And it also allows me to see things for what they actually are and not what they appear to be, right? Because I'm able to watch the film and see why things are not right. That's why I said, this defense will handle Kansas City. This defense will handle Kansas City. Thanks, Shreyless. Buy Kim dinner. All right. So we've been here. I wanted to stick around for about a half an hour. We're at about 26 and a half minutes right now. Guys, I know everyone here most likely is shocked. You want the time of possession difference, Tim? Well, I'm going to have to actually look that up. So give me a moment.
Well, I know one thing is in the third quarter, they put it up no, maybe been halftime, but we had it like for 6.5 minutes more just in that first half alone.
33 and a half minutes to 26 and a half minutes. Favor of the Colts.
So it stayed right there. But guys, listen to this. The Kansas City Chiefs, how many points did they score in that second half of this game? The Kansas City flipping Chiefs, okay? This defense was like, nah, you ain't running the ball. You're going to be running for your life, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. You're going to hurt us, but you ain't going to kill us. And all this without Shaq. All this without Julian Blackmon. Guys, I mean, shout out to, like you said, Thomas came in at massive points. Rodney McLeod came in and did what we were hoping he would do, you know. Man, I am just so pumped about not only how this game ended, but what it can mean for the future. Because, like I said, this team is figuring it out. I still think that there's some moves that can be made at that right guard spot. And if that does, I think the quality of O-line play is going to increase by 13 to 15% easy. Appreciate it.
Yep. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to tell you. The Colts defense, the run defense. I looked it up. I typed it out. All right. They are, after 3 games, giving up only 2.7 yards per carry. That's all they gave up today. And that's their average for the entire year so far. 2.7 yards a carry in the run. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. So that's like top tier, best, like, ridiculously good. All right. Your average yards per carry for a season for a team is around 4.3, 4.4, right? And the Colts are doing 2.7. Oh my goodness. Our defensive line and linebackers are playing phenomenal. Let me tell you something else. All right. That's after Patrick Mahomes had 26 yards. Okay, because he had over half.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm adding in Patrick Mahomes scrambles, okay? Because we held CEH to 0 yards rushing, okay? 0. 7 carries, 0 yards, all right? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and the thing is we are doing this against really good, young, talented running back. Because, I mean, you look at Pierce from the Texans. You look at the two-headed monster that Jags brought. And then you got Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and McKinnon. Guys, I mean, all different styles of running back, all different flavors. And the thing is now you look at what we've got coming up, and yes, I understand King Henry is a beast, okay? But the thing is we've done fairly well against him already, okay? Grover and Defoe and this front four are saying no, not on our watch. And that's massive. If you can keep these teams, especially a team like the Titans, if we can keep them to, Derrick Henry, 115 yards even. If he's the first and only back this year that gets 100 yards on this defense, I won't be surprised. I can't say that I was feeling that way, you know what I mean? Because honestly, I was hearing about this Gus Bradley scheme and I was a little nervous. That you can ask Lawrence. That was one of my first questions out of my mouth when we got Bradley was, man, how much fall off do we have from this rush defense? And I am very, very pleased to say that not a drop right now. You know what I mean? And that's without Shaq Leonard. I mean, he's going to get in there. He's going to turn some of those runs into negative plays because he's going to do the Shaq hack and get the ball out of there. Forget that peanut punch. Shaq's got his own. We're going to give him his own name. He's going to come out with the Shaq hack and get that ball out of there. And we're going to get that offense with possessions closer. Oh, man. I cannot wait for next week. And I hope, Shaq, my guy, I hope you can join us today in this, join us next week and be able to celebrate a win over the Titans.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, Colts Cut, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Y'all, he says, y'all are the best. Thank you so much. It has been over a half hour now. I didn't really want to stick around past a half an hour because my throat is killing me, and I am wore the heck out. But man, appreciate each and every one of you being in here. I can't wait to break down this game this Tuesday with my guys, Gerard Powers and Rodney McLeod. And then, of course, we're going to break down the upcoming game against the Titans. That's going to be fun as well. Each and every one of you, y'all are awesome. Thank you. I'm just glad that our team was able to put a smile on your face today. All right. I predicted it, but I'm glad that happened.
Now I'm mad at him because now I can't get my face to stop hurting. I've had this smile for the better part of 2.5 hours now. No, hey, that's my only complaint with the team for today. The offensive line is what it is. I've got belief that they'll figure it out. And like I said, we still got options. There's still a little tinkering, I think, that the Colts offense is going to look at and stuff. And if we can clean that up and give Matt Ryan a little more time to help elevate this receiving core and tight ends, guys, Kylan Granson, Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, Ashton Doolin, Nyheim Hines, Jonathan Taylor, everybody that says we don't have weapons, come back to me in 3 weeks. And this is me being maybe, but I'm telling you right, give this thing 3 weeks and let's see how diversified this offense is. Let's see how hard it is for some of these defensive teams to be able to stop the first, the second, the third, and the fourth option. God, I can't wait. Let's go.
All right. If you have not hit the like button, please do so as I end this stream. Thank you guys so much. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. That is Colts Loyalist. Thank you, Loyalist, for spending your time with me over on Bring the Juice, doing the reaction. You can go check that out as well. And until next time, as usual, have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.
It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. We're going to show up. Oh.